right. Well, how's everybody doing? My name is Karl Sandoval. As you know, I'm a if you frequent my channel, you already know that I'm a custom guitar builder, and I just began to share my videos with the public and with all you viewers, and I'm glad I've done that because I've gotten some fantastic feedback from all you viewers out there, and it just tells me that there's a lot of you out there that you love guitar. I'm going to do a little touch up here with the camera, so bear with me. Let me just get a little zoom going on here. Yeah, maybe that'll be a little better. All right. So like I said, welcome to my channel. I've been building guitars since the mid-70s, and I just got to say that there's a lot of pros and cons that go along with this field of interest. Building guitars is fantastic. I have pretty much set myself up for something that's really rewarding. But during my career, and especially in my early years, I've run across certain people, and I'm going to give you a little story, just a quick story. It's nothing major, but it's the first time that I met Eddie Van Halen. Now, you got to remember, back in the day, I was young. I was in my early 20s and, approaching the mid-20s, and, I was a guitar player. I was in a band called Smokehouse, and, I just kept hearing this name, Eddie Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen, and rightfully so. I mean, the guy was like a phenomenal musician. And I hadn't seen him yet. And here I was working at the Wayne Charvel Custom Shop, and a lot of other players were coming in that were local and from the San Gabriel Valley. And, we're talking, they're coming from Downey, Pasadena, San Marino, La Puente, West Covina, Glendora, Arcadia, Monrovia, all over. Even as far out as like Pomona and Ontario and Redlands, and the whole San Gabriel Valley was just full of rock and roll musicians who back then live performances were like the big thing. Not everybody had a cell phone, and it's not like it is now when we got the internet, and it was pretty much state of the art. Practice your guitar, play your guitar, start a band, and start doing gigs around town at all the local clubs. And there were many clubs, setting aside the bigger ones like Gazzari's and Whiskey, and the Hollywood scene, which that was like the top of the line. Boy, if you could make it out there, your band was making some noise. But anyway, getting back to the Eddie Van Halen story real quick, here I was working at Wayne Charvel's Custom Shop, and we had a variety of different musicians come in, to check us out and to have work done. And we did a lot of repair work, modifying, customizing. We were like a one-stop shop for all sorts of guitar, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and bass work. Kudos to Wayne Charvel. He was the man. I have such fond memories of that guy. But anyway, that's a whole nother video. But anyway, so here I am working the counter up front, and in comes this guy. I have no idea who he is, very casually dressed with an oversized, looked like his dad's shirt, button-up shirt, and some, just some used-looking tethered Levi's, and barefooted. And of course, the long hair, the long curly hair, and he had a strap body with him that he brought in, and he wanted some work done. And we're talking away, and I have no idea who this is, and then eventually we get to names, and he says, "Yeah, I'm Edward Van Halen," and I'm like, "Okay, well, so this is the guy." In my head, I'm thinking, "This is the guy." Super cool, super nice, and just like you can tell his seriousness about guitar. And it wasn't Mr. Flash. It was just like, do certain things for me, and we'll call it good. I don't recall, it had to have been modification on the body, maybe some routing or drilling of holes, because, on a stock Strat, you've got single coil routings. Back then, it wasn't just flooded, the market wasn't flooded with Strat bodies that were routed for humbuckies and so forth. So I'm thinking that that's pretty much what we had to do on the rear pickup, and to what extent I don't remember, because it was quite a ways back, and it was, like I say, in the mid '70s. But it was my first time meeting the famous, the well played and proficient lead guitarist of the San Gabriel Valley, Edward Van Halen, man. Afterwards is when it all kind of like clicked, and I'm like, they're telling me, "Hey, do you know who that was? You realize who that guy was? Have you heard of the band Van Halen? Yeah, you know, these guys play locally, and they draw 3,000 to 5,000 people at backyard parties, and it was, to me, it was kind of like hard to believe at first, but then once you start hearing about it more and more, and then certainly when our band played on the bill of a gig at, let's say, at the Pasadena Civic, Van Halen played, I got to see the draw. I got to hear the band. I got some other videos, by the way, that I had spoken about how Eddie was tuning up his amps, by changing out tubes. But I'll tell you, I'll never forget, that day, and it's a memory that's still in my head. It's kind of like fading and getting foggy, but I can picture him walking through that front door, looking very casual, and I'll tell you, you got to believe that I wish I would have been able to just hand him a guitar and say, "Let me hear you play, man. Just let me hear you play and watch him play." And that came later on, where I was actually able to see him. But anyway, that was my first encounter in meeting Edward Van Halen, man. A memory I'll never forget. But on another note, speaking of another famous musician that I was blessed to end up meeting, and was Randy Rhoads. And what I wanted to do on this video was introduce to a lot of you my original Sandoval Dot V, but then a lot of you already know that I'm the builder, the designer, creator of this iconic guitar that Randy Rhoads just really made famous. But I wanted to just show you one that I've just completed. It's going to go out to a happy customer within a week or so. But it's a pretty straightforward video here, real quick, about what this guitar was all about. As you can see, here's the headstock, 6 and 9 tuners, all chrome hardware. This is the infamous Harpoon Headstock that I designed. Randy Rhoads came to me with ideas and some minor sketches, but the end result is what you have seen and see is what I've created. So this is the headstock here, the front and the back, and here's the front again with a bone nut. This is a bone nut right here. Let's see if we can get that. And I'm going to go up, and you can see the bow tie inlay. Let's get some light on the subject. You can see the bow tie inlay. And then I'll turn the guitar around. You can see the back where it's contoured here. This is a set-in neck. There's a strap button here, and then there's a strap button on the wing. I use strap locks. This is a durable finish that I use. and polish is really high gloss. It just looks like a layer of glass. But okay, so let me lift. I'm gonna go straight up, kind of like Crazy Train. Okay, so we're gonna go up. You can see the front pickup, the rear pickup, the tremolo, and then over here we got the knobs. I don't want to hit the roof. And there's the whole guitar, front and back. So, let's give you a shot like this. This is always a money shot. Hey, the mug shot of Big K and the guitar. Remind you of anything when you see this? Alright, but I'll tell you, I have a lot of fun building these guitars. And, I got to tell you that from A to Z, I do all the work on it. And if you were to see the crude lumber situation that I start off with, and then I mean, I was looking at this guitar yesterday when I had completed it, and I'm thinking, how refined. I mean, this thing, we've got polished frets, polished fingerboard, edge fill. The frets are edge treated with the buffing wheel, and this guitar feels phenomenal. The actions, we're talking a 1/11/16 nut and about a 2 1/4 inch butt end. It's a very flat radius. It's about a 16-inch radius. This happens to have like a big medium fret on it, almost hitting jumbo. The pickups are the DiMarzio PAF in the neck position and the Super Distortion in the rear. They're standard pickups, cream. DiMarzio, man, kudos to DiMarzio. What a company! I have been dealing with DiMarzio since the get-go. The pickups sound great, as we all know. Just listen to the Randy Rhoads recordings. Phenomenal tone. I give a shout out to DiMarzio because they are tops in pickups and have helped me greatly in getting my pickups that I use. I don't only use the PAF and the Super Distortion. He's got quite a selection, that other rock stars have used, and as they've designed and just created these tone characteristics. But this has a vintage style tremolo, a typical 500K pots. I got it wired standard from the original design. It's wired differently. Pretty simple, but yet it's different than original, let's say, double humbucking, volume and tone, Les Paul type wiring, or SG or whatever. Of course, the ultimate toggle switch on the upper wing, that's always fantastic. And here's the other strap button. But like I say, it's a set-in maple neck. It's laminated. These necks I make, they've got a two-way adjustable truss rod, which is adjusted at this point right here, right at the base of the neck. I don't use truss covers. I don't like truss rod covers because, they kind of cover everything up. I'm getting fingerprints all over this guitar. I'm going to have to polish it up again. We got single layer vinyl back cover plates, and the signature, I've been putting it in the back with the year and the serial number. And sometimes I'll put the signature in the cover plate underneath the electronics cover plate. But these guitars are very labor intensive. I've been doing it so long, and I have it down, and you'd think I'd pump these out real quick, but here's the thing. When I work on guitars, one of the reasons they come out so good is because I don't rush. As you all know, I mean, I've got a back order list of so many guitars. It's like, I hope to God that he gives me a life where I can get them all done. But if you're on my list, I don't want to apologize that I haven't got to you yet, but, be patient, hang in there. I'm doing the best I can, being one guy, doing everything and getting these done. I mean, I do my social media, all the filming, whatever editing, I do all the uploading. I mean, I buy the parts, I buy the, all the supplies. I do whatever promotion on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, and I've got my own website, so there's quite a bit that has to go on. Pretty soon I'm going to be looking for, I've been thinking about adding on one more individual, but they're going to have to pretty much be equipped with computer knowledge, social media knowledge, some advertising, and being able to help me in filming these videos, and kind of like a gopher, because I want to get hats going out, and t-shirts and other accessories. I want to do like a repair toolkit availability. I want to be able to sell some lumber, and but I'm going to slip this in. Attention, big note. Let me have some feedback in the comment section about whether or not you would like to see me do a video on how to build these guitars. But here's the catch. I will only do it on Patreon. I am not going to do it for free. I will have a monthly, Patreon is a monthly subscription fee, and it's probably going to be anywhere between the $30 to $50 mark per month on instructing how to make these guitars. I kind of want to do this because I think a lot of you are very mechanically inclined, and you've got somebody that a friend, relative, a father, a mother, whatever, that knows woodworking, electronics, or even knows music and how to build guitars. And there's a lot of you that I think really want to do this, and I kind of want to do this to eliminate all the, I'll just say, the unmentionables, end of story, that are out there trying to make a buck off of something that they've never were given permission, never had no designing with it, never had any association with me. I want to cut them out somehow, some way. I want to make a competition that just eliminates what they're doing, and I would much rather give out information like this for a fee to all you, so that you can make your own original. It won't, you know what? If you don't have a guitar built by me, listen to me. Please listen. It will never ever be an original Sandoval. Those that are made by other sources, zilch. They're just guitars in my book. You work hard for your money. So if you want an original, pay the price. If I wanted a specialized Corvette, I wouldn't go to some other company, some kit car company, and have them put something together that looks like it. Well, it's like it. No, I want the original one, but I'm going to have to pay the bucks. Even me, I will have to pay the bucks. So anyway, getting back to, I don't want to rant about that so much, but it can be nauseating. The looky-loos, the wannabes that, they've got no business making this guitar. But I'm going to make it your business if I get enough feedback, and if I get many, many responses to people who would be willing to pay the price for a monthly video that will come out. You'll get at minimum at least one video per month, maybe more, on how to build a Sandoval Dot V. Plain and simple. And like I say, it's going to be through Patreon. You'll have to subscribe to that particular tier, and it will be between $30 to $50 per month. But you will be taught the right way of building this guitar. So you can do it two ways. You can either order one through me and have an original with a certificate of authenticity, or and with a receipt, or you can have one that you build, taking pride in it by the instructions that I give, and maybe I'll work out some special signed certificate if I see your guitar and it's completed and it fulfills all my personal requirements. I may give out, for a fee again on that, a special certificate of, I don't know, call it co-authenticity, semi-authenticity, lower level authenticity, but not like an original one. The original ones will only come through me. So, I don't know. It's just a shout out there, for you guys. If you are interested, give me a comment. And I'm going to tally up these comments. I'm going to see how many people would be willing to do this. If I just see a handful of people, I won't do it. I won't do it. But if I see, like, we got, 100 plus, I think I'm going to draw the line at 100. Unless I see 100 people interested, and I can rest assured, be assured that I'll get 100 subscriptions through Patreon for this particular tier. Unless I see that, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to spin my wheels, and I've worked so hard to get where I'm at, and it's time to call in, some of the rewards for hard work. And trust me, there's been a lot of hard work. So, you've got your choice. You'll either subscribe through Patreon and pay the monthly. I mean, a lot of us have other monthly charges that we do, and, hey, no problem. You got a credit card, you got, and I don't want to create any grief competition. I don't want to even create an argument about this. It's what it is. If you want it, say yes. If you don't want it, say no. Fine. And then I'll tally up the requests and see how many of you are really sincere about getting this done. And, it may seem pricey, but in the end, you'll have, in my opinion, if you follow my instructions to the T, you'll have a better guitar than any of the other sources that wannabes that are out there trying to do it, And like I say, if you go as far as completing it and it looks good, and I look at it and see photographs, and I'll give you another special award certificate, that you can have along with it, that would set you up a little bit higher than all the other sources out there that they never got permission. You will have permission because, you're paying the monthly price. And it could be a long ordeal. It's going to take a while to videotape and show a lot of the steps in building this guitar, but if it's not financially going to be worth my while, I'm not going to do it. So it's up to you. I'm giving the balls in your court. So, and please, no hate mail, please. You already know my thinking on hate mail. If I get any hate mail, you're blocked, you're gone, move on. You want nothing to do with me. I'm talking about the diehard Karl Sandoval fans that really want to amount with a guitar that's like really worth something. And I don't know, maybe I'll set up a thing where you can ship the guitar to me that you built and I'll sign it, which will make it that much more. That might be it. Where that, if you're willing to send it to me and I send it back, you'll get it with a special certificate with my signature on the certificate. And we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, let me know. Also, one other thing. I live on a plot of land that needs some tractor work. So, I'm going to throw this out there. Is there anybody out there that has a tractor, a running and good condition tractor, that they're willing to work out a barter system for one of my Sandoval Dot V's? It may be your tractor and some cash. I don't know. It depends on what you have. But if you do have an available tractor and you want to work something out. I'm talking about the tractor and then you shipping it to me. So there's going to be some costs involved here, but hey, my guitars, you know, they're getting around, they're about $8,000 now. So, you know, we got some limits to deal with here. So if there's anybody out there, and I'll send it out again, that has a tractor and they're willing to make a deal, let's talk. You may end up with one of these in a barter system. Might be a tractor that your dad has, uncle has, or something that's been on the farm, or something that's been on the property for a while, but yet it's running, it's working. Don't contact me with anything that's not working. It needs to be rebuilt. You know, it needs all new tires. The bucket doesn't, you know, I'm talking about a complete, trouble-free operating tractor. And trust me, I know a few things about them, so, you know, you won't be able to slide one through me. By me. So anyway, with that being said, let me just end this video now. I may have ranted about some stuff that you may not have liked. If I've offended anybody, I apologize. Please, no hate responses. You will be blocked immediately. I'll be able to tell by the first few words, the first sentence. It doesn't matter. If I read something on there and it's really negative and hateful and mean, and, you know, you're gone. I want nothing to do with you. This is a positive YouTube channel. Sandoval Engineering is a positive YouTube channel, aspiring combination of videos. So anyway, with that being said, okay, we're done. I'm out. Thank you so much. Until the next video, God bless, and keep playing. Let's keep live music going, alive and well. God bless. Thank you.